Okay guys, we're at Newfound Gap. Somebody just asked me on some of my channels to say what day and time it is. Do you know what day it is?
Oh,
it's a Sunday.
Don't know.
It's a Sunday. It's the 28th of April, Sunday, and we're about 2:30 here, I believe, at Newfound Gap, something like that. So I'm gonna get an interview with these people, and then I need to go pick up somebody. Tell me your trail name.
I am the Great Fish.
Great Fish. I just heard you off to the side tell that story, and I want you, if you would, to repeat what you just told these women behind me about your trail name.
So I'm the Great Fish. There's a short funny story and then a little more personal story. The short funny story is back in the second day that I was out here, I was gathering water at the stream at the shelter, and I just had my dirty water bottle, so I filled it up. And that same day we climbed a big old mountain and I got real thirsty. It was a hot one, so by the time I got to the other side of it, I just drank all my water, except for about that much of it, and I looked in there, and after I drank it all, I saw there's a tiny fish just swimming around in there. And so I was telling the story a few nights later to another hiker. We were camping together, and I told the story about how I caught a fish on the AT. And so he was a Christian kid, and I am also, so he brought up the story jokingly of Jonah and the great fish, saying, "Oh, you caught the great fish." And so that's how the name came up. And the more personal story is that it's my own personal ministry, just every day being out here, and just every day in my normal life to preach the gospel and only use words when necessary. So just like the great fish for Jonah was the vehicle that showed him that he cannot escape this mission that God gave him. He, as hopeless as he was, he could not run away from it. He couldn't escape it, and he always had another chance. And just like that, I want to be the same vehicle for somebody else that says you're not hopeless, God has not given up on you, and that you always have another chance.
And
that's how I'm the Great Fish.
That's a great story. Do you have any way that somebody could follow you? Do you have a...
I do.
Okay.
So I have 2 YouTube channels. That, my own personal YouTube channel is just The Rookie Backpacker.
Okay.
I don't post to it often while I'm out here. The main content while I'm out here is on the Branch Ministries. My hike is actually to raise money and awareness for a local ministry back home that just shows children love that have never been shown love before. So they are an excellent ministry that helped me out a lot myself. They're called the Branch Ministries. The YouTube channel, I believe, is just Branch Ministries. I don't remember if it's the or if it's 2 or 3 words. I can't remember, but it's out there. And I just look for it. It's the one with the logo that's just a big green tree that says Branch Ministries on it.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure I try to look that up and then tag it underneath your story or underneath your face when we put this up on YouTube. I just want to personally thank you for what you're doing out here, and God bless every step between here and Katahdin. Anybody else you want to say hello to before we go to the next person?
Well, I guess I could say hi to Pastor Ruth and John and everyone back home in the ministry, and also, of course, hi to my parents.
That always helps.
And hi to all the other hikers that I've seen that might see this.
Yeah, thank you again. Let me get you now. Tell me your trail name.
My trail name is Little Beast.
The Little Beast.
Little Beast.
How'd you get that name?
I have a beast of a pack that I was lugging around, and I got a new pack, but it's still really big. It's like a 40-pounder. I kind of did that by mistake. I don't really want to be lugging that much around, but I'm like kind of afraid of not having enough food. So I tend to go a little bit heavy on the food. But basically what happened was when I'd be hiking up the trail, I'd be making a lot of like grunting noises and like, oh, and why, because it was so heavy. And there was this guy who I haven't seen since, but he was behind me, and basically he was like, you know, you sound a lot like a beast, an animal, with all the grunting and noises and everything. And your pack is huge. And so at first I thought, well, I don't know if I really like that. But then more thought about it, I was like, no, I like that as a name. And then I decided to put Little right in front of it because I'm little.
Little.
And yeah, it stuck. And
do you know how much it weighs, your pack today?
I don't know.
You're really afraid to weigh it, aren't you?
I am a little bit, yeah. I'm afraid it's a little bit heavier than 40 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Little Beast?
Originally I'm from the Boston area, Lowell, Mass.
Okay.
If you've heard of that?
Yes.
And so actually, interestingly enough, I've actually been on the AT before without even knowing it because I was younger. And I actually did some volunteer work in the Georgia section in college on the AT, which was a lot of fun.
Wow.
And that's kind of what got me interested in this whole thing. Was it was always in the back of my mind, kind of like a bucket list thing,
Sure.
you know, that I always wanted to do. So.
And when did you start?
I started March 31st.
And the guys that are on either side of you as I'm filming you, did you know them before you got on the trail? Not at all?
Nope,
And,
I met them out on the trail.
and did Little Fish start on the 31st?
Great fish.
Great fish, I'm sorry. I'm giving y'all mixed up. Great fish.
Yeah, we all started on the 31st. I
Yeah,
believe.
Okay.
but we met up at like different
Sure.
times at like different shelters, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody you want to say hello to before we turn the camera on to
Yeah, I guess I'll just say hi to family, whoever I've met that's impacted me, you know, like hi again. Yeah, and happy trails, you know, continue the journey.
God bless every step between here and Katahdin. I think you're going to make it.
Thank you.
How about you? What's your trail name?
Hey, I'm Tumbleweed.
Tumbleweed.
Yes, sir.
And how did you get that name?
So I got that name out in Colorado. I was coming down after summiting a 14er, and I took a tumble down the mountain.
So you're a 14, they call them 14ers,
They call it, because they're 14,000 feet.
14,000 feet.
Yeah, that's correct.
How many of those have you done?
Just 2 or 3, not
2 or
too
3?
many.
Are you from Colorado?
No, I'm not. I have a sister and a brother-in-law that live out there.
And where are you from, Tumbleweed?
I grew up in Wisconsin. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, though.
And how long have you been thinking about doing the AT?
3 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
And has it been what you thought it was going to be?
No, different, more.
In what way?
I guess the social aspect has been more prevalent than I thought it was going to be. I met these 2 great people, and we've been having a great time, and I didn't expect that. So,
What about how hard it is? Is it harder or about what you thought?
about what I thought, I think.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit harder.
How did it feel to get the 200-mile mark
Oh, great! I was dancing.
over Klingman's Dome, and now you're over 200 miles, great fish. And y'all's next big town will be Hot Springs.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool little town that y'all will enjoy. There's a place in there called Hiker Ministries Ridge, and you can go in there and see a guy named Fred. He's hiking right behind y'all, so he may get there before y'all if you slow down a little bit. What about all your gear? Everything going good with your Tumbleweed?
Yeah, I have no complaints actually.
Any blisters?
Well, one of my toenails is about to
You
come
want
off.
to see a blisters? You can see mine.
I heard
The
you.
healing
I heard you. And I can see it, but I'm not going to put it on camera. I've seen a lot of them. I've seen
Family
them.
program.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, a couple big toenails that are about to come off.
I hear you, Tumbleweed. Now, y'all getting ready to go into Gatlinburg?
That's right. That's
Take a half a day or Nero or something off, and then get started back
Get some good food.
tomorrow, or you're taking a whole day off?
We haven't quite decided
Okay.
yet. We'll
Depends on what happens this evening.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't going to keep you any longer. I'm going to let you go, but I appreciate you taking a minute out and talking to me, and glad you caught this trail magic today.
Hey,
On
Mom.
a very big,
Hey, Dad.
it always works, Mom and Dad. You know, a real funny thing that happened, I usually tell people, you know, if they want to say hello to somebody or shout out to somebody, and a lot of people say hi to their dog or to their cat. And I always say, don't leave the spouse out. And but it's been fun talking to y'all, and hope you have a great trip. God bless every step between here and Katahdin.
Thank you very much.
Hey guys, we're up in Newfound Gap and got a trail magic here for the hikers, and I understand they've been here about 9 years. I believe this is their 9th year. I'm sorry about the motorcycles. That's part of Newfound Gap, but we're going to try to get as much information as we can from one of the spokesmen for the trail magic. Tell us about y'all.
Hi, I'm Diane, and we are Noah's Ark Widows Ministry. We're a widows group out of southern Middle Tennessee. We come up here 1 month or 1 weekend every April and minister to Appalachian trail hikers.
And when did you start? You said 9 years ago?
We started in 2011. My husband passed away in 2010, and so a good friend of mine and I started the Widows Group, and one of our widows actually had a husband that passed away on the trail, and she did this in memory of him, and when our group heard about it, we said we want to do that too.
Do you remember his trail name?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not.
Okay. And how do y'all pick what weekend? Does it change every year?
Well, the last 2 years it's been the last weekend in April. It depends on Easter and my work schedule.
Okay, okay.
I have a cabin up here, so we come up and stay at the cabin, so we just have to kind of work it around work schedules.
And she's got something here she's going to show up. But so y'all come up on a Friday, or tell me your schedule?
We come up on a Thursday. We usually minister on Friday and Saturday. This year the weather was a little bad on Friday, so we decided the Lord wanted us here on Saturday and Sunday, and so here we are
And
today.
here you are. And you got some little packets, I see.
Yeah, this is something that we do for our Trail Magic, is we pack a little goodie bag for everybody. It's got macaroni and cheese, hot tea, hot cocoa, crackers, granola bars, powdered drink mixes. We've been told that this is something that really helps them carry on their way, so that's what we do.
Absolutely. That's a fantastic ministry y'all got here. I wonder if I walked over, if you'd mind sharing your name with me. Everybody okay with that?
Trail name or regular name?
Either way. I like trail names, but I'll take any name. What's your name?
My name is Kay.
Kay? And how long have you been doing this,
This
Kay?
is my first time.
Your first time. Well, God bless you, and having a good day, I'm sure.
I'm Janet, and my trail name is Mind Stretcher. I'm a school teacher, 3rd grade, and I've been here 4 or 5 years.
Have you hiked much of the Appalachian Trail?
Just right down to the bathroom.
You're my kind of lady. Everybody asks me, my wife is a thru hiker. 2014, she did it at 62. And everybody asks me, say, what about you? I say, I've hiked in every state, on all 14 states, about a half a mile each state. How about you?
My name is Kay, and my name is Hot Rocks.
Hot Rod.
Hot Rocks. My
Oh.
husband was a fireman, so
I was a 30-year career firefighter in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
he was 26 years in Jackson, Tennessee, and this is my 2nd year.
Thank you for coming and doing
Thank
this.
you.
My name's Janet also, and my trail name is Sister's Keeper because we have a few people in here that really need somebody to watch out for.
I love it. I love it. Y'all having a lot of fun. What's your name?
My name is Sally, and my trail name is Tail End Charlie because I'm always the last one in
Tail End Charlie, I like that name.
My name is Jody, and my trail name is Foggy Mountain Rose.
Who gave you that name? Uh-oh.
I'm the one that Sister has to take care of.
Oh, good deal. Good deal.
My name is Faye. My trail name is Tag Along because I do none of the driving. I just tag along wherever the others are going.
Okay, I'm going to let the motorcycles get out of here, show a little bit about their trail magic, and get a little bit more information before we shut it down. How late will y'all be here today? Do you know?
3:30, 4
Probably around 3:30.
3:30 or 4 o'clock?
Yeah.
And then when will y'all drive home? Today or tomorrow?
No, we'll drive home tomorrow. We make a stop in Sevierville at a widow's home there, and we stop every year and leave them goodie bags also. And so we'll do that on our way home.
I always tell every hiker I interview, God bless every step between here and Katahdin. I'm going to tell you and your group, God bless every mile you drive to do what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you for the interview, and God bless all of y'all.
You too.